So here we are again. It's nighttime. Okay, so apparently I can make a compromise because I didn't scare the shit out of Dan and Linda this time. But I really do not want to help either one of them after that travesty that occurred the night before. But apparently I can. Wait, there's stuff to read. On the desk of Harold Baxter, January 17th, 1948. I'm now certain there's something strange with the light here. It must be those windows. I was reviewing old deeds in the living area and saw some sort of flash of light out of the corner of my eye. I would assume the elevation would put the ocean too far away for the sun to reflect off a wave, but perhaps not. I looked, but there was nothing there except a strange shimmer, like heat above the asphalt of a hot road. It dissipated almost immediately. Perhaps some concentration of the light caused it. But on to work. I've begun cataloging possible options for the property. I owe Mr. Lowry a report by the 24th. I really want to see what I look like and why I would scare the crap out of people. But apparently all the mirrors are clouded, so you cannot see anything of what you look like. Okay, so there's the fishing poles. See if there's anything else we can find. Oh look, more stuff to read. From the desk of Harold Baxter, January 19th, 1948. I failed to log my activities yesterday, as nothing of note occurred. There have been no tricks of the light for 2 days, and I've grown certain the ones I saw were reflections from the ocean, improbably reaching the house. I've been able to focus on the task in hand. I'm sure that's supposed to say the task at hand, and I'm suitably pleased with the condition of the property. I have also reached a decision on how to proceed. It came to me this morning as I stood in the conservatory, admiring the beauty of the forest. I hadn't begun my work yet, and was thinking of nothing in particular, when an idea came into my head fully formed. I was surprised that it appeared with such clarity, but it's not unheard of for the mind to ponder a question in the subconscious. As for the idea, it is quite simple. I will buy the house myself. So, he must be the person or one of the people that owned this house before this family moved in. I don't know what the point of doing this is. Everyone's asleep. And apparently I have to make a choice. And since I went with Linda last time, and it completely fucked Tommy over, and I still feel bad about that, let's make Dan happy as well. We'll compromise. We'll compromise with him because he's going through some rough times. So we'll do that. Yeah, we're gonna do that. And since I chose that, I can probably go whisper to one of them. Maybe. Or maybe this time I can't. I whispered to him already. Let's whisper to... Oh, I see, because we're... Because he's like the head of the household, we have to whisper to him while he sleeps. So let's see what happened. So this time Tommy had a good time. I made Yearning last time, Linda.
Most of you here knew my grandmother. For those who didn't, I truly wish you had. She was an example for all of us. Her warmth, her caring, and her smile were impossible to forget. It's still hard for me to believe she's gone. Without her, the world is...
So her grandmother died.
And then... I don't know.
So is that Tommy? Yeah.
Anne, I just got off the phone with Mom. She told me about Grandma Joe. I know we expected it sooner rather than later, but this is hitting me so much harder than when Granddad died last year. Do you remember going to Grandma Joe's house after school on Wednesdays and playing until Mom got off work? How Grandma Joe always had a surprise for us? Even if it was just cookies in the oven, she'd always time it so the whole house would smell like them when we got there. I hope the minister captures those little moments because they don't seem as little now. I wish the circumstances were different, but it will still be good to see you at the funeral. What am I saying? You probably won't even get this until after the funeral. I guess I just needed to write anyway. Love, Linda.
Can't beat me.
Let's go explore some memories.
Is she in heaven?
I'm sure she is, honey. Mom tried to hide it, but I can tell when she's disappointed. I hate that they couldn't come, especially after they tried so hard to make time. Maybe if she'd called before they changed plans, it would have gone smoother. It's impossible not to think about the rough patches Mom and Dad hit without thinking about Dan and me. I should bring that up to him and see what he says. He's mentioned their history before. I'd love to hear his answer when I make the comparison. Can he talk his way out of that one? I walked out to the bluff to remember Grandma Joe and say goodbye. And on the way back, I started thinking about what it really means to have a family, to make that your focus. She seemed to take such joy in being surrounded by her family, providing for them, taking care of them. I hope I never took that for granted. When I got back to the house, a question hit me that I can't get out of my head. What will Tommy think about Dan and me when he gets older? And what if Tommy has kids of his own? I can't even begin to think of myself as a grandmother. I haven't even been a mother for that long, and I'm still feeling my way through what it means to be a good one. At least I'll always have an example. I miss you, Grandma Joe, and I'll never forget you. I promise.
Well, maybe if you would stop drinking and pay more attention to your child. I haven't discovered anything about Dan, and I probably should.
Oh no. Joe's funeral's the same day as the signing in Eugene, and Paul says they can't move it. He'll understand if I bail because he knows Linda, but Grovefield is a different story. They won't give a damn why I missed it. They'll just get a memo and put it in a spreadsheet somewhere and write me off just a little bit more. And it's not just the timing. If I do the reading, I've got to get that chapter in shape. It's not even remotely ready for anyone to see it. Can't worry about what Paul says. He's my agent. He's supposed to stroke me. And what about Tommy?
Thanks, Dad.
I'm missing something. And it looks like I found it. Dan, big news. Got a call from Bracket Books in Eugene, and they want you to do a reading from Windsong. Maybe even some Q&A, some book signings, all that good stuff. I think you should do it. In fact, I'm going to be pretty pissed if you don't. Bracket is a big outlet, so if this goes well, orders for the new book will definitely go up. I don't need to remind you how long it's been since Tramer's Way came out. If you don't keep your name out there, no one will even notice when you finish the new book, whatever it's called. Hell, speaking of the new one, why don't you read some of it too? Maybe the second chapter you sent me last month. That one was pretty good. Bracket Books, Eugene, the 21st. See you there. Paul. P.S. You know the long game, right? Nailing this one could mean a bigger advance on the next book. So that's gotta be his editor.
Anne, I just got off the phone with Mom. What the? There.
Nope. You saw nothing.
It's right there. It has to be something. Are you kidding me?
You have to go. I have to read what's on the wall. Go see what your child is doing. Like a good parent should. Thank you. So he's trying to move the... Oh good, just the person I wanted to see.
Just be here for me.
I'm so sorry. Tell me what I can do. Ty and Kelly just pulled out of the driveway. Still glad they came, but I know it wasn't exactly what they had planned. I think they were a little surprised and bummed out not to be the only guests, and it definitely cut into our riding time. Oh well. We did get one afternoon to fish, but we didn't do much more than talk about our books. We didn't even get a chance to sit down and read each other's pages. Still better than nothing, I guess.
Well, at least you're getting somewhere.
They've got to be able to move it.
Okay, so you want to work on a chapter.
It was like...
Decisions. So I'm going to guess.
Oh.
I think I'll... Where is it? Oh. Yeah, I'll just go with his. And so the story continues.